Alright. I think we're live. Yeah, we're live. Okay, just 2 seconds. The stream will pick up probably in a moment. Okay, it's picked up. Awesome. Alright. So, let me dig out the game. The game that I'm going to be playing. Damn it, where's the disco? Right, okay, it goes there? Yes. Alright. So, I'll just repost a stream. Alright, so there we go. That Xbox 360. Alright. Oh god, right. Have my headset on. Okay, take my headset off, and we'll sit down and play some. So, yeah, basically the game is just you either play Eschatos or Judgement Silversword. Do I want to? Now that Eschatos is up, I'm like, I kind of want to play Eschatos. Hi, Legend. Yeah. The Xbox 360 is my first Xbox system. What do I think of the Xbox One? I think it needs work, personally. I think they have their work cut out for them. I think the system and the controller are nice. They're well thought out, but I think that Microsoft's like handling of it is very I see like parallels to how Sony handled the PS3 at launch, which I think is kind of yeah. So Microsoft has their work cut out for them. I think probably in the end, at this point, they're kind of going to lag behind everywhere else in the world. They might lead in the US, maybe, but it's one of those things I feel it's kind of touch and go how they'll do. So, alright, so it's been forever since I've played this, so forgive me if I am trash, but actually, what do I have for achievements to get in this? I'm like curious now. Wow, I have a lot to get. Okay, for beating each one. Beat Area 26. Easy, normal. And those are for cardinal sins, so. Alright. Oh, really? Really? That's cool, Selah. I suppose, you're a pretty big collector, so I shouldn't be too surprised. Wonder Swan's one of those, like, sort of, like, there's, like, a mystique around the system, because I've never seen one in person. I've only ever seen them, like, I have seen them in person, but I've never, like, held one. I've never used one, so it's like kind of a mysterious system. but no, I've never played on WonderSwan. Okay, that'd be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind seeing it, and just seeing it like in motion. What is it? I've like literally never used one though. They're neat looking, but alright, so we're in there. We'll start playing Judgement Silversword. Alright. What is it? The thing is for Halifax Scramble this week coming up, I don't actually own any of the games that are on the listed roster for it, so I'm like, I should maybe practice something. I think this might be the closest game that I got to anything that's on the roster. So this is like my my sort of clutch go-to game. I feel like this might be the closest thing to I think it was Gensen or something like that. I've literally, up until like the thing, I've heard of the game, but I've never seen any like thing about it. So it was one of those things I was like, I don't know what this game is even like. So I looked up a couple of videos, but it was one of those things that, oh yeah, definitely. I don't think anybody owns any of them. I agree with you. And I think that's a good thing, because it really kind of levels the playing field for like entry. I have to admit though, I really miss like the score chase that people had going right before Halifax Scramble. It was really nice. Oh, that's so weird. I just noticed something on my output. The screen resolution. My TV must cut off the screen, because the output, I'm getting way more space. Oh, that's really bizarre. I guess that makes sense. Most TVs do cut off a certain portion. Because right now on my TV it like fills the screen, but on the stream it has edges. Also, I don't remember anything about scoring mechanics in this game. The thing that I got from the games that were picked for the competitive score thing is that they're very fundamental games. Like it plays really strongly into fundamental skills rather than knowing a whole lot of. I think that was like the thing that I think Flash probably noticed was that right in Fire's Aces. Although the score attack mode was great because it only took short spells. Each play only lasted about 5 minutes, right? Shoot. Each play lasted only about 5 minutes, so it was one of those things that was kind of ideal for that. But the game has like the scoring mechanics in it are so based around knowing where specific hidden things are located that it's very hard to just like pick up the game and for the first time and get a decent score. But I mean, that's true in most space shooters. It's hard to pick up any space shooter the first time and get a decent score. That said, I shouldn't say that, because in Fire's Aces last time, I think Skaz, the other guy that was with us, he ended up getting, I think, 4th. He ended up getting 4th, and he had never played the game before. He watched Keed play it twice at home, and then he watched my run and Keed's run, and then he played it, and he did really good. So, but like, Skaz is unbelievable. Like, the way he picks up games is crazy. I can't get over it. When he is really into a game, like, it shows. It's very hard to compete with him. Fix my mouse pad. Oh my goodness. What is it? Crisis Core and Dissidia. I love them both. They were both really good. Dissidia mostly just because I kind of like the grind and the casual like pick up and play of it. Crisis Core was one of those games like I mean, we're both in the same age group, Selah, so I'm sure you grew up with a lot of people that were really into Final Fantasy VII too. Like, I grew up with that. Like, I was really into Final Fantasy VII too, so still a really big fan of it. But none of them appreciate Crisis Core, and it breaks my heart because I love Crisis Core. Oh, Terra. Terra, I don't think's in Canada, unfortunately. So that's unfortunate. But I don't know that actually. I don't know if she is or not. And shit. I can't quite remember how the shield works in this. I think it just slows bullets down there in front of you. And I know it doesn't absorb lasers. I knew that beforehand. Whoa, jeez. I knew that beforehand. Also, this is a really good game. Like, a really, really good game. It's one that, like, after playing it a little bit, I was like, I'm very eager to play this more. God, I have such a list of games that I'd like to be playing more of. Shoot. Playing more of, but so hard. So hard to get the time to play them all. And, like, I have, like, an exponential amount. Maybe not exponential, but I have, like, an abundance of time compared to most people, so it's a shame to actually have to say that. The one with the deer on the bar. So central. You might be really close to where White lives, Tara. A border state. I see. Skaz is somebody who stops in the chat from time to time, but he's also a really good friend of mine. It's funny because we actually had this really weird, like, story, like, how I got to meet him was really strange, because way back in middle school, like grade, I think 7, we were in the same class together, and we were both really big Smash Brothers players at the time, and we both knew this, and we would always be talking about Smash Brothers, and then it came up one day, I think I said something along the lines that Pikachu is really good, like Pikachu's really good in Smash Brothers. I said he was something like top tier, right? And Skaz was like, no, he's not that good. You know, Skaz didn't really buy it. And it was one of those things that we got into an argument about it, and for a while there, we, like, didn't talk at all, like, we didn't hang out, and admittedly, I was kind of a jerk, I was kind of a butt. If you can imagine me getting into an argument, yeah, I was kind of a butt, so it's one of those things that we got into an argument about it, and we had a really hard time, like, leveling it out, because I was always like, well, he's really good, right? And I think Pikachu is considered still really good to this day, but this was way back too, of course, because, you know, there was like no like wide tier lists or anything like that. We didn't know about tier lists and stuff. It was just like way back. But anyway, so yeah, and then like after grade 7 he moved to the US. I never saw him again, so it was one of those things that I was like, oh, okay, well, that was somebody I knew. And then like after grade 12, a year or two later, geez, I'm not focusing on this. A year or two later, after grade 12, he came back to Nova Scotia, and I met him again, and we hit it off really well then. So it was funny because there was like a lot of years there where we didn't talk. I didn't, you know, I just assumed he was gone for good at that point. But anyways, he came back, and so we hang out usually every weekend. He's one of our regulars over at Keeds. He lives over at Keeds, so of course he's a regular at his house. Was it him and Keed, although they don't live in the same apartment together, they live on... Skaz is down one floor, Keed has the top floor, so it kind of works out. But no, Skaz is really good guy. No, Pikachu, like, even, like, see, I even played a lot of Pikachu in Melee, and played a lot of Pikachu in Melee too. He was maybe my fourth best, third or fourth. I played a lot of Pikachu too, just for the fun of it. But no, in Brawl I tried Pikachu like once or twice. It's like, whoa, he feels really like, what is the word? Like he has one attack which feels really good, which is the down smash down smash, which does that like spin, which just like pulls everything in. But everything else he has just feels so like, what is the word I'm looking for? I want to say soggy. Like nothing has a good hit to it. Everything just kind of just. He does not feel good in Brawl. I was not a fan of what they did with Pikachu in Brawl. I'm looking forward to trying him again in 4 though. I'm really looking forward to 4. I'm not as hype as what I was with Brawl though. Brawl, like, it was like staying up every night for the update and waiting for it, like, you know. But then of course Brawl came out and it wasn't all that, unfortunately. So it's one of those things that I've kind of 4 I've toned down my hype a little bit. That said, I still think it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping they've addressed a lot of the issues that Brawl had, but I think it's still going to have a lot of like fundamental like issues that Brawl had. Like just from reports from like the E3 build was that people say that it still feels, you do things and you don't feel safe afterwards is the biggest one. Things have too much recovery, which is basically like the biggest issue with Brawl. Things just take too long to recover. You can't create combos because you're still recovering from stuff. So it's either not enough hits done on. Okay, let's focus on this guy for a split second. Oh shoot! I got kind of pinned between that bullet and the sword. There we go. Ooh. Come to think of it, I don't think Keed has a Wonder Swan either. There we go. Not a fan of online, huh? Legend. Okay. Yeah, I was over there the time. I should really, like, sometime when we're like over that way, I should stop in again sometime. Oh yeah, Pichu's way worse. Pichu's bad, but I mean, it's one of those things that what it is, you know, a lot of friends I have aren't super into Smash Brothers, but I play Pichu because, you know, it kind of levels the playing field a little bit. That said, I did good with Pichu oftentimes, even against people that did play a bit more competitive. Soul Calibur 3 I enjoyed. I enjoyed Soul Calibur 3. Most people prefer 2. I know Skaz and Keed prefer 2. Keed really likes 4. Keed's a big fan of 4. Keed's actually a really big Soul Calibur fan. I enjoyed 1, 2, and 3. 4 was okay. I feel like I should have liked 4 more than what I did, but it just felt like 3 but HD. I was 3 but HD, but with less stuff. And they didn't have Owlhead Okaden. Which was disappointing. That was like an immense disappointment to me, because having the Owlhead was amazing. It does not get better than the Owlhead. But no, Key plays a lot of Soul Calibur. He was really good at 4. Really hated 5 though, and I don't blame him. When he picked up 5, we played it a couple nights, but no, I wasn't feeling it right out of the gate, and he started to realize like the issues too. 5, unfortunately, is not really very good. 5 is a good example of not quite knowing what the problems are with your game and trying to fix them. Which is a really mean thing to say, but I feel like that's completely accurate. Like, I feel like Soul Calibur has, like, a lot of excess moves in it, which need to be, like, cut out. But they cut out the wrong ones! They cut out the wrong ones, damn it! And they also took away too many of, like, the mainstay characters. Yeah, 5 is really weird. Is it? 5 is unsettling. It plays, yeah, I definitely agree. It plays really different. Like, I generally play Mitsurugi in Soul Calibur. God, there we go. I generally play Mitsurugi in Soul Calibur, so it's something that, the changes with him, it was like, they took away, like, a third of his, like, moveset. And he had a lot of excess moves, but they took away the wrong ones, damn it. They left him with, like, the most, like, watered-down moves that he has. They left him with most of his, like, good moves, but there's some that, like, it was disappointing that he didn't have. I'm glad I play Mitsurugi, because it was one of those things that, like, 5, it felt like 3/4 of the cast was gone. Also, I was really not a fan of the new characters they added. They suffer from, like, basic... Oh, shoot. Things were getting kind of full on screen, and it was, like, that was bound to happen. There we go. But, no, 5 was not so good. And also super moves. I don't really feel like it did anything for the game. Whoa. But hold my breath that playing this a little bit will help me out at the at Halifax Scramble. Shoot. Help me out a little bit at Halifax Scramble, because I feel like this, at least visually and like from what I've watched of gameplay trailers, it looks probably the most similar to what they're playing for Score. So. Shoot. There we go. Gotta remember it takes a little bit for your shield to absorb bullets in this. Shoot. Just enough, like, lag going on with all those bullets. It was a little slower. Ooh, that was a little close. This is a good example of how you don't need really strong visuals for a game, but if the mechanics are sound, it can be really good. Oh my goodness, a honeymoon! Awesome! Honeymoon in Japan? Very cool, Selah. Very cool. Is it? I don't know. I suppose it's probably easier to find in Japan, I'd hope. I was about to say, you can maybe order it, like, online, but it'll be way more expensive to buy it online, probably. That's the thing that I've noticed, is if, in Japan, oftentimes games are really, like, really expensive here, really cheap there. There's certain imports that, especially with shoot-'em-ups, they don't carry the price in Japan that they do outside Japan. Yeah, for under 200 bucks. Well, yeah, I was just about to say, well, you could always import this one for 30 bucks and get it, but yeah, you want it for Wonder Swan. Gotcha. That's fair. Getting feel for my shields now. I'd like to go to Japan someday, but it'll probably be a long time before that happens. Yeah, I agree with you. Soul Calibur 5 was definitely the worst. And generally I feel like the new characters kind of suffer from, it's kind of terrible to say, but Tekken syndrome. Was it where, like, they tend to get more and more, like, they change from being, like, it changes from, like, the focus being on, like, fighting with your fists to throwing fireballs and shooting lasers and things and flying around the screen. I find that's, like, the thing with Tekken. Oftentimes, they tend to add characters that are like that. To be fair, though, Tekken has had some really good characters in, like, recent years. I'm a huge fan of Bob. I love Bob. I think he's a great character. Admittedly, though, I don't play Tekken regular or super seriously. It's one of those things I think that everybody kind of gets. Whoa. Kind of grasps the fact that there's a lot of fighting games I play that I just play, like, sort of light. I think personally, whoa. Out of all the 3D fighting games, I think honestly at this point, I think Bloody Roar might be my favorite. We've kind of gotten into this. We've gotten into a run of playing a lot of Bloody Roar over Keeds. Oops, shoot! It moved just enough that got me. Using that invincibility to its fullest. Dang! Push me into the other one. Well, at least I got 6 lives. Jeez, this guy's giving me trouble for something that's not really a hard pattern. This is actually kind of... There we go. Yeah, Super Metroid and Breath of Fire, both a little bit expensive. Breath of Fire 2 specifically. Breath of Fire, man, that is a series that I wish they would do something good and new with. What is it? God, I miss it. I guess they are doing that iPhone game, but I think everybody's, like, face-palming over that. Shit. Okay, that worked. There we go. Not too bad. Robot girl that was in Tekken. Alyssa? Yeah, Alyssa. Yeah, she's good. I like her. She's pretty good. I'm a big fan of Bob, though. He's not, like, the character I typically like, but I think what gets me is he looks exactly like my cousin. What is it? And it's great. He looks so much like him, and it's just... I can't get over it. Oh, God. I'm just a mess now. Getting hammered. Okay. Let's credit feed this a little bit and see where we can get. See how far we can get into the game. Shoot. This is like baiting. This is about baiting them. Shoot. That was really rough. Okay. Whoa! Dang! I died and a 1-up came out of me. Oh, there we go. That's actually an achievement for having a 1-up on screen. Actually, it's a really nice touch in this game, is if you die with a 1-up on screen, you'll actually still get the 1-up, and it will revive you. Which is really cool. I like that a lot. Dang, push me into the other ones. That was bad, maintaining on my part. I should have known I was cornering myself. Shoot, I thought the bullet was gone. Dang, push me into it. Okay. Because when you use your shield, you actually end up getting pushed back from bullets. Or if the bullets are big enough, they'll just push right through it. Push through my friggin' paper shield. Okay. I remember this boss giving me trouble anyways, so I'm not too surprised. God. won't get to see my score now. There we go. Correctly dealing with that pattern. Shoot. There we go. That was not the best way to do that, but it was something. Shoot. Just fast enough I'm not reacting to it correctly. Not so much Raiden in this, but a little bit of Star Force, I suppose. This game is definitely, like, although it looks retro, it's definitely modern mechanics behind it, so... That was a little close. Shoot. Okay. God, I'm doing so bad at that. Every time. It's not even that bad of a pattern. Oh, jeez. I'm not too surprised. Well, got my third best score, so that's not too bad. But, actually, I'm gonna repost the stream. Actually, I might play one more run of this, and then maybe I'll change it up. Maybe I'll, like, throw in Blaze Blue. Practice a little bit Blaze Blue. Anyways, so... Alright. Set up. Alright. I can always try easy mode. I don't know if I've played easy mode in this. I think I still die fairly early. Actually, ranking... Yep, easy mode. No. Yeah, jeez, I do... Right, the scoring mechanics in easy mode are not as good. They're not quite as... whoops. I guess I'm in normal. I better exit out, just make sure that I know what mode I'm in. Alright. The game also has a training mode, which is nice, and it's just a, you know, very basic training mode, but it's nice. Nothing too spectacular, but it's helpful. There we go. But, yeah, so... hopefully this weekend, me and Keith will get to record some more stuff from over at his place. That'll be nice. Got to record Blaze Blue last weekend, which was really fun. Had a good time with that. We have to work out our mic a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. Also, there wasn't much pass around. It was really only Skaz, the only other person there that was playing. No, we have one other person that plays some, but they weren't really keen on being recorded, which is kind of a shame, but, you know, I don't blame them. But no, Skaz played a little bit at the very end, but it was clear he was really tired, so he wasn't very talkative. He usually isn't, but it was one of those things. It's like he said afterwards, he wasn't sure what to say into the mic, and it's like both me and Keith were both like, yeah, it takes a while to get used to that, because I mean, like, it just takes time to get used to talking into a mic when you don't have necessarily the response back from who you're necessarily talking to directly. It's strange. It's kind of an acquired thing to get used to. There we go. That was better. Get lots of points. There we go. Hi, Dimitri. Thanks for stopping by. Hooray! What is it? Another main player who goes by Panda Colors. He had left earlier that night, so he unfortunately was not around to play BlazBlue. He probably would have played, and he probably would have destroyed us. So it's one of those things that's unfortunate, but he wasn't there last time. But he'll hopefully be on the next stream, maybe. It's one of those things that I imagine me and Keith are probably going to do the most talking on mic, obviously, but it's kind of, we just like the dynamic of sort of the room sound with the mic. I think that's really nice, because it was really, I love the moment when, like, we're talking about, like, black holes, and if they're hot or cold, and it was really, it was nice, because the whole room was kind of talking about it for a brief moment, and you kind of get to hear the whole thing on the mic, and how people reasoned it out. And stuff like that, that's fun. I like that. It kind of is the thing that I think makes listening to our recording kind of interesting. So, also, apparently I looked up the answer, and the answer is super hot on the outside right before the black hole, and then it's like literally like 1 degree above freezing at the black hole. So apparently that's the answer. It's one of those things that when it comes to sciences, I enjoy science a lot. I think I'm personally more of a fan of biology than shit. Bit more of a fan of biology than space and stuff, but space is still super interesting to me. I think it's really neat. Ooh. Doing pretty good so far this run, but these aren't really the hard bosses, so... Damn it. So close. Gotta kind of stay on the up and up against those slow-moving ones. There we go. Yeah, we sometimes go in weird directions with the conversation. Okay, you heading out, Scylla? Alright, I'll see you Saturday. Looking forward to seeing you. We'll have to play BlazBlue afterwards, and we'll have to get in Suguri. And I need to actually sit down and play a little bit of Suguri. Practice up a little bit. Woo. There we go. Just gonna have to let some enemies go. It's like, oh, guess I'm not getting those ones. I have watched some of Cosmos. Cosmos is really good. I really enjoy it. Neil deGrasse Tyson, really interesting person to listen to. Love listening to anything that he does. So, is it? But no, is it? I think had I pursued a science, I would have pursued probably biology. But it's one of those things that, well, oh shoot, that laser really nailed me. I probably would have pursued biology. I enjoy space a lot, but I just don't think I'd be good at it because of the amount of math it requires. Biology still requires lots of math, but it's not like the same level of math. Alright. Alright, here. Okay, this is the big guy. He's not too bad. Want my one-up. Oh my goodness. Eh. Shit. Didn't do that one correct. I should maybe ask Sayla if he wanted to play BlazBlue, but I don't think he's really interested in playing BlazBlue online. I don't really... Shit. I have to remember that you can't really go through the tails of those lasers. It kind of looks like you can, but you can't. Whee! There we go. Oh, really? The original with Carl Sagan. Yeah, I was thinking you were referring to the new one, of course. Yeah, it was. I've watched pieces of it. I haven't watched the whole thing. I should watch the whole thing though, because yeah, really good stuff. Carl Sagan's also really good to listen to. Oh my goodness. How did Zero Mission go, Dimitri, by the end of it? I fell asleep. I took a nap in the middle, and when I got up, you were already gone. So, which is a terrible thing to say. It wasn't like I was sitting here. I got kind of close to my bed because I was getting my drink of water, and then it went all downhill. What is it? Love Zero Mission, but I was kind of extra tired. But also I noticed Buddy in the chat. that's always hard, is when you get people in the chat and it's like add me to Skype, and it's like okay. It's always it's one of those things that's one thing if, you know, it's somebody that you're super interested in adding to Skype. It's another thing if it's somebody who's just like popped in, it's like, oh, add me to Skype, and it's like, I guess. I don't really know you, but I guess I can. Shoot. Jeez. Okay. Whoa. There we go. That was a good run. Yeah, it gets kind of awkward. I know what you mean. It definitely happens sometimes. That's the tricky part about. But it was nice. Like you had some. I noticed that you had a few people in there at one point. You know. Yeah, I think Dimitri's played Fusion. Not to answer for you, Dimitri, but yeah. What is it? Personally, of the two, I still prefer Zero Mission. I think Zero Mission's a better game overall, but they're both good games. Shoot. It's funny too, because the general census is that Zero Mission is the better game, but there's also a lot of people who've never played. Oh shoot. Okay. A lot of people who've never played Zero Mission at the same time, so. I think Zero Mission might be my favorite 2D Metroid when it comes down to it. It was really good. Just everything was really on mark. I know that goes in the face of Super Metroid, but Zero Mission was just so good. And the improvements that they add to the game are just really nice improvements. There we go. That one went way better for taking out that guy. I'm climbing up onto getting. Oh, I was literally just about to say I'm almost up there on my own little personal leaderboard. Because I think my record is 62 or 6.2 million. I think is my record, but I am kind of getting up there. It's adding up quick. Shit. I didn't think I'd make it through that part. We won't bother continuing. Still, it was good to get some practice in. Practice in for Saturday, so. You gonna play Fusion too? That's a good idea. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for watching, Tara. I appreciate you stopping by. Oh yeah, Tara, I wasn't telling you. Yesterday, apparently, like, 2 of the voice actors and one of the creators for Freedom Plant stopped in on stream. They noticed my stream on Twitch and stopped by, which was really awesome. So, very cool stuff. But anyways, yeah, so I think I'm gonna change games now. I'm not sure what I'll change games to. Metroid 2 is really good. That's a good point. Yeah. I know a few people that definitely prefer it. I think Clark really likes Metroid 2 too. Yeah, 2 definitely takes the mapping, you know, you really have to watch it. That's alright, White. Anyways, you have a good night, Tara. Thank you for stopping by. Alright. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually jump out and play a round of Eschatos. Because Eschatos is great. Yeah, I know. You got me covered, Tara. What's my ranks on the leaderboards like? No, don't download the replay. Don't want that. Not right now. Is it Y? Is it... Okay. Top 500. That's not too bad. For normal mode. What do I got for easy? Okay, a little outside top 1,000. Original hard. No entry. Original hardest. No entry. Original endless. No entry. Advanced easy. Top 500. Advanced normal. Oh, top 300. That's pretty good. Advanced hard. Top 300. Not bad. And, oops. Anyways. Alright. It's been a while since I've played this. I kind of forget what I was doing in this game. Hi, High Roller. How you doing? What's up? We've been just, like, shuffling through different games tonight. I'm trying to think. Alright. Later, Tara. Alright, so... Let me see, I should check my achievements. Because there might be one I could polish off. There's probably more than a few I can polish off. These ones... Not sure what that is. That is for clearing. So, clear these difficulties, which I clearly have not. And that's with credit feed. So that's good. You can continue. Everything else looks to be secret achievements. I actually have an achievement list for this game. I just don't know where it is. Just got home from work, High Roller? I see. I'll just play a score run. I won't go for anything too spectacular. I think Advanced was the difficulty I liked, or the mode I really liked in this. I'll just go normal Advanced. I forget why. Eschatos is a weird game because originally when I first started playing it, where are my buttons? Okay, that's my speed. Guns, shield. Okay, guns and shield together. Gotcha. So it's the exact same as Judgement Silversword. When you first play this game, it feels really, 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 really plain, but then you start realizing sort of the sort of it's so plain that it just kind of works. They're so, like, you just focus on what you need to do, and there's something just kind of great about that. Shoot, I shouldn't have picked up the F. Want those powered. There we go. Collect those. I kind of forget the scoring mechanics in this game. I believe it mostly involves not dying, which is a pretty good scoring mechanic, honestly, because how can you go wrong, right? Ooh. I enjoy that pattern. Whoa. Also, you have a shield in this game. Shoot. I think the Fs act as like a bomb, but it costs you power. So the general like idea is not to pick them up unless you need a bomb. Also, the game's very smooth. Like, this is a game that like plays like it is just super smooth. Don't want that. Shoot. I want it now. There we go. Oh, shoot. I should change my stream title to Eschatos. Also, this is a game that plays with angles a little bit, and it gets away with it, because it does a good job at it. It doesn't throw cheesy things at you that, like, make you screw up, which is great, because that's really easy to do when you do this in space shooters. Shoot. Now I want to play Eschatos, like, all night. And we'll take it. There we go. Shoot. Not paying attention to where I'm flying. There we go. There we go. Yay, triangles! Everybody's favorite thing to collect. What's people talking about in the chat? I feel like the chat's been traveling since I last looked. There's nothing wrong with achievements. Don't say things like that, legend. Okay. Pub food. That's a thing. Alright. Ah, shit. It's been a really, really long time since I've played this, but it feels good. It feels really good. Shoot. Just as I destroyed that one. Alright, whatever. We'll let it fly. Wow, that was oddly enough my 10th best score. That's terrible. We don't need to save a replay. Do I know which games are played Saturday? I know of them. I don't own even a single one of them. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how I do as far as that goes. That was my main reason for playing this tonight, is Judgement Silversword, the other game on the disc, is fairly similar to one of the ones they're playing as part of the score tack. So I was like, okay, I'll play that a little bit just to kind of get into the feel of it. Really, Eschatos is also really similar, because of course it's really similar to Judgement Silversword. But no, I'm not directly familiar with the games that are being played, so... Take advice from little kids, that pays off. Definitely. No. Oh, that's fine, no. Chat away. Go for it. Anyway, so I don't know what I'll play right now. Yeah, I don't... Is it... Yeah, well, that's... it's something that, yeah, that was unfortunate. Ideally, if we ever go... Well, I mean, we'll be down for BlazBlue again sometime, but maybe I can get Corey to come down too. And then me and you could be partners, High Roller. And then actually, what is it? Keed would probably come down. So Keed and Skaz could be partners, and me and you could be partners. But that said, I don't think they run doubles very often, so usually it's just a single-player endeavor, which is probably a little bit better in the end. I thought doubles was kind of fun, but yeah. That's it. I think Saturday from 1 o'clock to 7 is the Halifax Scramble S, the shoot 'em up meetup. And then from 7 to, I think, 11:30 or 11 is BlazBlue Casuals. Yeah, I'm an A-Tau team. That seems good. I like it. Seems like a quality team. Alright, so I think I'm going to change games up. I don't know what I should play. I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should pop in some BlazBlue for a little bit, but it's one of those things I'm just like a little bit reluctant to play it. Just... What is it? Actually, what is it? If I start now, Keed might show up. I could play Keed. Alright, so I think I'm going to pause the stream briefly and switch games. So everybody just hang in there for a little bit, and I'll be right back.